Dad Life presents Toy Geeks International, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about Wave 8 of Motu Masterverse and Motu Origins possibly teasing future releases. All of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello everybody and welcome to Toy Geeks International. That means in place of John is our international man of mystery, Ryan Doell. Doell, welcome, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Hey, I'm nice to be here on Geek Dad International, and got a couple stubbies going and some back bacon on the grill here next to me, and I think we're good to go.
Oh, Doell, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you. Yes, John couldn't be on this week, so Doell very kindly was up to guest hosting this week, and that means a TGI.
Well, there was a little bit of trade-off with that, though.
There was. There was.
So I don't have a host for the next little while for Gotham City Tonight.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, dude, can you just hop in? Craig can't hop in, which he ended up hopping in anyways, which was great. But yeah,
classic Craig behavior.
Classic Craig behavior. And so, I don't know. It was good. It's a good episode because we just talked about collecting DC and what's good about modern stuff, what's bad about it.
Yeah.
And just we went down memory lane the whole bit, and it's gotten a crazy amount of views.
Yeah, thanks. People from here. I saw there's a lot of people there, a lot of YHS people. Like it was our crew that night, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So thank you to anyone who was here that joined and watched, or jumped on later and watched, or whoever plans to go check out Gotham City Tonight in the future. And
listen, so you hit that algae rhythm, baby. You hit it and you're flowing in it now.
I had to call Lexi like the next day and be like, yo, I think we have to have a toy segment every week.
Oh my goodness. The chat is hopping. They're excited for their dollop of Doell on tonight's episode. We got a Puckle Toys, Bubby Plex, Derek, Cone Killer, Shiny Plex People, Alpha Magnus, Matter of Pat, Adam E, Doomed is here, Rick Shard, Glass Jazz, Larry's Geeky World, Gamolio Rodriguez, Neil Hunter Hyde, Jonathan Nichols, a Puppy Plex Case, Matt Bush, Slave to Leia is here as well, Country Boy, Hung Win, Dragon King, Derek Hoover, A. Troy in the house. We got Charlie Weaver, Mike Davis, Not Livstar, Therian Lucha, Johnny WTF, Cardboard Galaxy, two guys talking toys, Jace, Marvel, Thanos, Greg Needham, that's No John. Yeah, No John. Let's send John our love. I'm sure he'll be back on soon. Masterville Toy Hunter became a GDL family member. Here it is right here. Masterville, welcome to the GDL family. Got a family with the GDL family, and so many more. Doell, they're excited for you. They're excited by your presence today.
I'm excited to be here, as always.
Pop Actor USA versus Canada tonight.
Oh, we're doing this again?
If it was hockey, we'd lose, but I think just about every.
And if it was a debate about the 90s, you'd also lose.
Oh my God. All right. So Doell, some big news things that we got to dig into this week. We've got some Masterverse Wave 8. So even though the line's canceled, we got some new Masterverse figures to look at. And then Motu Origins, I believe it's Wave 12. Their card backs have some pretty heavy teases on the back of them. We got to dig into that. There's also this big kerfuffle around Funko and what's going on there. A lot of shenanigans. And then Best Action toys that just dropped like this evening. Another line of toys that actually is Best Action turning good? Like, is it getting good? Those for their it's all familiar with the Best Action Turtles figures, and they're all kind of crappy, right? But they've gotten okay, and this next wave looks pretty good. But
are we getting a glow up?
Maybe. Well, all of that and more tonight. And also, I kind of teased it this right before he went on. So your performance in Stump, John, has gone down in lore as one of the worst performances of all time.
And I plan to keep that streak alive.
So yes, are you down to get pounded?
Take me to Pound Town, Jay. Is that what this is? Are we calling it Pound That Doll? Is that what's going to be called?
That's on Only Doll. That's on Only Dolls. All right. Anyway, without any further ado, Doll, do you think we should jump into the Wave 8 of Masterverse?
Yeah, let's do it.
Ooh, I like this. Confound that Canuck.
Ooh, that's very good.
Mike, oh my. Matt Bush, whatever it takes to get that. Oh my god. Yeah, Kayla's missing out. She's probably stressfully watching her 49ers play against the Cowboys, for those that watch American football. So good luck to the 49ers, because does anybody like the Cowboys? I don't know. If you do, I'm sorry. Okay. So it is funny how, you know, that this whole the lines dying and all that kind of stuff. But Wave 8 of Motu Masterverse is starting to arrive. Our friends at Toy Habits and Toy Sorceress, they kind of posted the UPCs and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's showing up on Walmart.com, Amazon.com. People are getting figures in hand already. This is Collecting Classics on Instagram. I believe it says they have a YouTube page as well. I have not seen the YouTube page, but, you know, definitely check it out. I think they did a review of them already. But Wave 8 looks to be a Sorceress from Motu Revelation, the new Eternia Many-Faces, and a Shadow Weaver, which was a really expensive Classics figure. But Joel, like, what's your... We haven't really had you on to talk about the whole controversy if it dies or not, but kind of where do you stand on this whole Masterverse or Motu Origins potentially ending?
I think I think he's full of crap. Like, I don't know how else to put it, because to me, like, from the title to everything about it, it just felt like clickbait, wrestling dirt sheets, kind of brouhaha. Like, I don't know how else to put it and try to keep this PG, because I think it's I respect Jeremy for all the stuff that he did beforehand with the Masters Classics line and what he wanted to do and tried to do with, or yeah, what's his name?
Just Scott Nylick.
Right, yeah, him. So it's like, after I say I respect him, how disrespectful is that? Gee, I'm the worst. But anyways,
old Jeremy Nylick.
Yeah, old Jeremy Nardwuar. We all know Jeremy Nardwuar. But yeah, but you know, he tried to do a lot, and I know he tried to break a lot of new ground on, you know, just how toys were sold and like how to target kidults, you know, and how to, you know, gear things towards them.
Sure.
But I think that time is past. And you could tell there's like just there's this little bit of salt and this little bit of resentment that goes into every one of his Masters of the Universe videos. And I don't know if maybe that's just me hearing it.
Yeah.
But I sometimes feel like he's just a little bitter that he's not part of this big wave of Motu in the stores. Yeah. And not only that, it's doing well. And people could say like, oh, hey, like all of this is going into discount. I was like, everything is. Legends is.
Legends are like,
like they're not going to stop making Black Series. They're not going to stop making, you know, all this stuff. So I'm just, I never know where he's coming from on this, other than he just sounds a little Salt Bay.
Little Salt Bay, and like post World Cup Salt Bay, where we don't like him anymore.
Right. Correct. Yes.
But yeah, and you know, there's a bit here too. This is on Toy News Eye. But you know, with Many Faces, I think looks fantastic.
I love all the Many Faces.
Right. Yeah, you got a ton of faces. Looks fantastic. But you know, another kind of, and Pigheads, I think a part of this as well. I've heard it's like 3 figures or 4 figures. Like, I don't know where this is all gonna sit. Because these are just like retailer pictures. We don't have like official word from Mattel, like what wave this is. But Shadow Weaver is one of those really expensive classics figures. And now that, you know, this figure is going to be in wave 8, this is just another kind of knocking. I don't want to say, again, people still prefer classics, and there's classics figures that, you know, I don't think can ever be beat. But the fact that now we're getting another, you know, version of a character that was it was controversially a subscription only figure once upon a time, is now, right, I think it was a sub figure, but anyway, it was like $200-$300 for this thing, and now you can get a Shadow Weaver for, you know, $20 to $24, and that's a big deal.
It is a big deal, but you know, there's going to be those like Motu Classics purists that are going to be, yeah, that's cool, but it's still not the classics, right? So regardless of, I think this is great for anyone that's jumping on board.
Yeah.
Or even if you did miss it, I mean, this will probably still fit in really well with your collection that you have now. So this will help fill in the gap. It might not be the valuable one. I don't think the other one's going to go down in value. And if it does, probably won't buy much. So I'm all for it. Shadow Weaver is such a cool character.
Yep.
Shadow Weaver was awesome in the She-Ra Netflix series.
And this one has cloth goods, unlike the classics ones, the Super 7 one and the Club Grayskull one.
Loved soft goods.
And so, you know, I don't know. This one, I don't have it in hand, but whenever I get to a Shadow Weaver versus Shadow Weaver comparison video, I feel like this Masterverse one could have a shot.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I like the accessories, the transparent, the semi-transparent additions to it, and all that. I don't know. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I agree. It looks cool. And again, that's a big release just because, you know, it's a classics figure that is pretty spendy. But yeah, Manny Faces looks great. And this pig head looks pretty cool as well. People really have endeared themselves to pig head. Doel, I assume you probably don't have any nostalgia for this character, but where do you land on this Masterverse pighead?
Well, the Sunman stuff in general, like, I didn't really know about it. It never was. I think we had it in Canada. I'm sure we did. I remember seeing it in catalogs, but it took me there's a couple Twitter accounts that like post old like Sears catalogs and consumers distributing and all these old Christmas catalogs. And someone posted up a page and I was like, oh, I do kind of, whoa, what? Right. And so, and I kind of like, cause I kind of thought like this was all like new until they did their big announcement thing when they had the creator on and she was talking about why she created Sunman, which to me is like this big, beautiful, amazing story, which gets you like right into Sunman. Like, yeah, I'm totally into this. But to me, it's kind of like, this always kind of seems like a shot at capitalism because it's like, here's capitalist pig. It's like the biggest villain of the bunch. But at the same time, the colors on this character are amazing. And I am absolutely surprised they have not made a black light version of this character.
Yes, I agree. Like, if you're going to have the hot pink and, the neon blues, green.
Yep.
You gotta. A lot of comments how it looks like 80s Ganon. My boys just got into Breath of the Wild, so it's kind of fun seeing them try to get through Breath of the Wild. My son.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, that's Link.
Yes, Legend of Zelda. But yeah, again, it looks cool. It looks really, really cool. And then the Sorceress figure. And people already have this figure, like it's showing up. I don't have it yet, and it makes me feel like you, Doe, or it's just like no one should be allowed to have this yet because it looks really freaking good. And the cloth is fantastic. But Doe, thoughts here on this Revelation version of Sorceress?
Awesome. These toys are just They are so cool. I actually don't mind Revelations. I'm really hoping they do, spoiler alert, Evil Lynn, like the super jacked.
So they are. It is going to happen. We've seen it was at was it Comic-Con? I think it was Comic-Con. The god Evil Lynn. So it is going to happen.
Nice, because that to me was like super cool, and I know some people were just like, I understand why people don't like that series. I absolutely get it. Like when I think about it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, but I was able to like let it go, enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
Nothing pissed me off more than finally seeing my playset, my beautiful Eternia, in animation and some sort of animated canon, only to find out you have to die to go there, and that's pretty much what a lot of people had to do to get it. So
except for you.
Except for me.
Yeah, no, to me, I don't know, just some people hate cloth goods, but if I compare them to, the hard plastic capes and stuff that were in classics, I prefer the soft goods. And that was one of the, when I had the hero side by side, I preferred the cloth goods cape because just it looks better. I think it's kind of like we were looking at on Gotham City tonight, the McFarlane Dark Knight Batman. It's just like the plastic cape just doesn't look good.
No, they never do to me. Like even when I go back and look at Batman Forever figures,
yes,
like the moment Todd started sculpting capes for Spawn, for some reason that like the whole soft goods thing just went out the window.
Yes.
And it only feels like recently we're starting to get it back on Darth Vader.
Yes.
And the cloaks are usually pretty bad in the vintage collection for Star Wars. However, the Obi-Wan series hates soft goods. He does. Jeremy does hate soft goods. And and it's just like I'm glad they're slowly starting to come back, even if I just wish McFarlane would change the capes on the superpowers.
Oh,
I hate those. Like they're soft goods, but oh god, they are like, I don't understand.
Well, it goes to show the first time, I don't know if it's probably not the first time he's tried to do soft goods, but at least to my memory, he finally tries to do soft goods and it's terrible. Hold on, I got it right here.
That's terrible.
Yes.
And but have you gotten the new Wonder Woman yet? Those are apparently starting to hit right now.
No, I haven't seen them yet, but I'll definitely be keeping my eyes out for them.
I think I saw it in our Discord like right before we came on Preternia.
Yeah, need Wowo and need that dick. Right? I need Deathstroke too. Like I need all of like that. That's a great wave. Like what a like I know it's only 3 figures. Wish it was 4, but
yeah, look at that. 3 figs. We got the official pictures here. But yeah, on the Wally World right now.
Woohoo!
$9.97.
No photo, just Farland. Got it. Okay.
But I love how Cape Master has already gotten like different and stuff.
He made a skirt.
And it looks cool.
It looks so good. So I'm excited for this series. I love it.
Comics has got in hand. Wonder Woman's cape is a lot better and no hole in it.
Oh, so we're learning.
Yes.
Okay, this is good. I'm so curious now.
Yes. But yeah, so any other thoughts here on the Masterverse figures Wave 8? At least for me, again, April is the end of the line, according to some. But at least for the time being, more waves are arriving. Final thoughts from you, Doel, before we move on to the next thing.
Those are great. I do love how on model the Revelations figures look. I don't think that gets talked about enough because sometimes things aren't always on model with toys.
It's true,
but those ones they're nailing it. So I'm, if you're a collector of those, you got to be stoked.
Yes,
I can't dive into those. As you can see, I'm in space danger. I can't dive into those.
To me,
but if they make Buff Evil Lynn, I'm getting it.
Must buy. We have been accused of overhyping McFarlane's superpowers. And Macanita Silva is making sure we're over high five.
Hey, now, listen. This is how it goes here, okay? We love superpowers. I love superpowers. And these are the best modern DC toys we have right now. And the packaging is amazing. And guess what? I can afford them, meaning you can afford them. We should all be buying superpowers toys.
Yeah.
They are great. I don't understand. They're not overhyped. We're just excited. We love this.
Exactly. Stuff. Even my unemployed butt can afford these superpowers.
And if Jake can't afford them because he doesn't have a job, I can afford to buy him a set. Right? And I can be like, you don't have to worry about it. These are on me. Here's an extra $5. Get yourself a treat.
Go get yourself a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love this from Quip. Must buy muscle mommy.
Yes.
I love that. Oh my God. Okay. Other bit of Motu. Kind of news. So wave 12 of Motu Origins is starting to hit. And we're seeing the back of the cards. And this could be spoilery. It's just art. But they're very specific in the characters that they show on the back of the cards. And
hang on, I'm going to add to that for a second. Oh, beautiful. The back of the Motu cards are the equivalent of an after credits sequence.
Okay,
that's how I see it. Like, yeah, you could call them spoilers or whatever. I don't think these are spoilers. Yeah, but I think this is a fun way for Mattel to do pipeline reveals.
Way cooler than a grainy image on a slideshow.
Right? And I think it is way cooler. So I think how Motu is doing this and how Mattel is doing this by teasing what's upcoming in this canceled line is super fun. I think it's way cooler, and it actually gets me more excited. And Cyclone has been teased a lot. He's one of my top 3 favorite Motu characters.
Yes.
So I'm like foaming at the mouth waiting for that. So do you want to take a look at the art?
Yeah, let's take a look, because this is a pretty, Cyclone is there and looking great.
Spinning.
Here's my question, though. I think it's interesting he's paired with Tongue Lasher, because controversially, they chose not to add Tongue Lasher's action feature to the Tongue Lasher Motu Origins figure.
Right.
He's like detachable tongues.
Okay.
Little scroll wheel on the back. Cyclone, I mean, he is very much, built around his, spinning top action feature. Correct. Do you think the pairing here with another figure that maybe should have had the action feature but didn't is telling us that Cyclone will not have his action feature? Joel, what do you think?
I think he's going to have it. I'm going to spit out my dream Cyclone situation.
Okay.
This is what I would want it to be. So this is what I'm hoping it to be. And I'm hoping if I say it, it'll happen.
Okay.
He's going to be a deluxe figure with 2 sets of arms. One is going to have it so that you can pose it how you want.
Sure.
And the other one will have the loose joint shoulders that you just pop in.
Yep.
With loose joints. And I still think he'll have the spinning top.
Okay. I like the loose arms, because then it can really get the...
Right, because you need that. That's part of it. And I think even if they did the spinning top torso, you could still have it as a clip-in and spin.
Yep. Agreed.
So if you want to still alternate and you still want to do your module locking on the rest of your Motu figures and create your own, I think that's still available. Now,
yep.
I don't understand. I am not an expert on toy engineering in the slightest. So I could be completely wrong. And as Black Phoenix 77 says, wishful thinking. This is absolutely what it is wishful thinking. But that's what I'm hoping it is. And I'm just hoping to put it out there and stay positive that it's going to get there. However, if it's not, I'm not going to be mad. I'm just going to be happy that I'm getting him in general.
Yes. To me, either way, much happier to get it than not. but I would be disappointed. I mean, I was disappointed with Tongue Lasher not having the action feature.
I get that. Yep.
But a few people have mentioned, like Pop Actor here, Cyclone will have the action features like Flying Fist He-Man style. But I'm kind of with you. I if there is the action feature, I would prefer it to truly be the like full on whirling dervish action. Cone Killer Confuser, the art is showcasing the spinning action. So
correct. Yeah, that's another thing too. But that is what he does.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny. I don't know about you. Do you remember the original commercial for Cyclone?
Vaguely, yeah. It's around there.
Right, because I'm a little older, so I remember it really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that's the first toy commercial that sucked me in, where I had to like turn around, look at my mom, and go, "I need that." That was like the first one. So he's special to me.
That's special because you have certain catchphrases that are very famous, but "you need this" is I feel like a top 3 Doell quote.
That's right. I used to tell kids at recess, like, "Hey,
you need this.
You need this."
We got a $10 super chat from Rick. Shattered Glass Jazz. My son and I are collecting Motu and superpowers together. He just turned 10. He has never been more into a line like he is into superpowers. We really want a Fright Zone and Legion of Doom play set. Look at that. No hype needed.
No hype needed. Thank you, Rick.
Very kind super chat. Doell got sucked in.
I did. But I've been only collecting my favorite figures from the Motu Origins line, or anyone that I shouldn't say that, because there have been characters that I didn't have growing up that I was just like, yeah, I'm getting it now as an adult. As a kidult, Clawful is mine. I'm getting Clawful now.
And it is funny, because the Marvel Craft Gamer, great point here. I still feel like Manteno is basically a deluxe figure on a standard card. It still blows my mind that was a standard card figure, 4 legs and an action feature.
Right, and he's great. He was one of my favorites growing up too.
I think he'll have wind up arm click on effects. That'd be cool. Hopefully we get a Fright Zone next or the next year. Well, we know the Snake Mountain is next. And then after that, maybe then Fright Zone. And we got Eternia as well.
So if they do Fright Zone, should they release a Slime Pit at the same time?
Yes.
Like around, like just have it release adjacently, like a vehicle?
Yep. I'm trying to remember if John, was his theory that it would be like a combo play set? Remember. I'm blanking on that now, but I think something like that. Maybe.
I would be okay with that.
Brian Brink. That explains it. Mantena must have bankrupted the line.
Oh, of course.
It was Mantena that killed the land.
Dude, because I'm thinking about it too. Like, how would you want, if they did a Fright Zone? I don't know if you and John talked about this. Would you want a puppet again, but like a more detailed puppet?
I just want a puppet that won't disintegrate. Like, it's just give me a puppet.
Dude, right? So 4 years ago now, I pulled out because I had the Fright Zone playset as well. So I only had 2 Motu playsets. None of them were Castle Grayskull or Snake Mountain, by the way. So for all of you that had Castle Grayskull, well, you guys were lucky. But it's like
you had an Eternia playset.
I had an Eternia, but yeah.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, I'm trying to be humble, okay? But when I took out, like, the puppet was still there at the bottom of the box. It's like, oh, it's there. Crack, 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 crack.
Yep.
I was shocked.
Much like your Eternia.
My track, right? My track.
I still don't believe didn't break at some point. Mr. Crispec. Doell's is probably still in perfect condition. No, I guess this was the one.
Nope, sorry. Sorry to disappoint. I should have said it was.
The reissued Backlins supposedly won't disintegrate. Yeah, those I got those new box, or at least the first wave. Those are cool. Those are a lot of fun.
I have one of them. I have the jack-o'-lantern looking one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
That's a good one.
All right, let's keep moving on here. We have another card back to look at. This one teases two things. We got a too bad.
Yeah.
And Joel, I don't know if you've seen the Masterverse too bad.
Oh yeah, I saw the pictures of it. Looks great.
In hand, it's incredible. It's huge.
That's what she said.
But to the detail, paint, everything, it looks incredible. Two viewers sent in two bads to my PO box, both Ian and Grumpy Fish. So I'll be doing verses as soon as I can find a classics too bad. But I'll tell you what, that Masterverse one, just looking at it in the box, the classics too bad is going to have a tough time trying to compete with the Masterverse one.
I had the 2000X version.
It's a great one too.
Also great one. Yeah.
But in Origins, that's the one. I mean, that's a top, again, Cyclone's a top, I'd argue a top 10, maybe top 5. One, it's still one we still want. And I'd say Too Bad's another top 5, probably Origins figure, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Yep, agreed.
And again, Masterverse, they went all out. I don't think you need to go super crazy, but I don't know. It'd be fun if they kind of changed it up a little bit from the original vintage one, because while the vintage one is fun, the action feature basically is punching their own faces.
Yes,
kind of silly. So having like a vintage scaled too bad that could actually look cool sitting on your shelf is really exciting. That's why I think maybe a number 1 figure for me on Motu Origins that I still want, just because it could really change the way Too Bad could have a presence in your retro vintage display.
Yep, I'm with you on that. There's a few characters like that still, like that we haven't gotten. I think Dragstore is another one.
Yep.
Where I'm like, another cool concept character. It's ridiculous. It's weird, as Motu is. But to get an origin style of that can kind of maybe like stand a little better.
Yes.
Pose a little better.
Yeah.
I think, like you said. And I agree too. I think the original one is, it's meant to be silly. They're meant to be fighting each other.
Yes.
However.
But when you have it displayed, it's like this.
Yeah. He's got his Hulk Hogan poses on.
I'm looking at him right now. He's right here in front of my steak mountain. He's just like, which is fine, but having him be able to be more, dynamically posed.
Yes.
For sure. Would be great.
We have a
super chat here. $2 super chat from One Pouch Man. Still need Dragstore, Rio Blast, Stone Dar, and Rock. I mean, there's a lot we still need to get to before the land dies.
Yeah, before April, we got a lot to get through.
We got a lot of toys to get through in 2 months. But anyway, another thing on this card art is kind of tucked away in the back. Bashosaurus.
I love that toy. I didn't have it.
Toy.
One of my kids at one of my friends from kindergarten. I remember him bringing that into show and tell, and he like how he showed it too. I can't remember the kid's name, but I remember this moment. And he set up all the wooden blocks to showcase it first, and then drove it through and smashed it down like a toy commercial. And I was like, this kid needs a YouTube channel.
You know what? He grew up to be the ShamWow guy.
This probably.
Rest in peace. I think he died. I don't know.
Oh no!
Or maybe he's in jail. I think the other guy died. The OxyClean guy. He died.
Oh my gosh! What's in that?
Rough life being a TV pitch person.
Yeah, don't do it.
Oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, that's a big flex. A Bashosaurus for show and tell.
Yes.
Dang.
Super cool though.
Anyway, but yeah, it makes sense they would release this one. I think there's other vehicles. Actually, no. To me, I would really like Point Dread. I would like the Talon Fighter before Bashosaurus, but still, it's an iconic vehicle. The action feature is so much fun. But the thing is, those vintage ones are literal tanks. Like you can find them all the time for cheap, and they still work just fine. It's one of those few vintage toys that even with the degradation of plastic still holds up really well, at least just in my experience.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yeah, I still have, what was that thing called? It's got like a dragon head, and it did like the
Dragon Walker.
Dragon
Yep,
Walker.
Dragon Walker, yeah.
Thank you. I still have yet to try to see if I put batteries in to see if it works. But mine's still like, again, those vehicles, I all felt they were all built well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I had a working Dragon Walker for a long time, but then I sold it just because I didn't have room in this display. I was like, if I don't have room, sell it.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Physics get in the way all the time.
Exactly. Space danger is a thing. And then one more card art here. Let me scooch back. Oh, wait, no, wrong way. And then I forget this guy's. It's like Tior or something like that. Can somebody write it in the chat? It's like TR or something.
Whoa. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he is a unreleased figure from the 1988 Masters of the Universe line. So never came to be. Oh, it's Hypno, yes, but the purple Whiplash amalgamation. Terror.
He's like a trap jaw torso mixed in with Whiplash.
He's a bit of everything. Terror. And so he was in the classics line, like later on in the classic. I was out by that point. But it's a deep cut for sure. But he is like, I'd argue one of the ultimate mishmashes. Let me pull up some cool customs that they've done of this guy. But it's a deep cut for sure. But yeah, this is the classics version. Yeah, we can load.
Wow. Steak Man belt.
Yeah, again, you got a bit of everything with this.
Like, what is happening?
But still, it'd be cool if they did end up releasing this one. But I think for a lot of us, there's like, well, there's other ones I'd like to get to first. But yeah, I'm a sucker for unreleased characters, though. That's for sure.
I think that's a great way to keep this line alive.
Yeah,
I think I'm totally I'm all for re-releases, and I've said this before, where it's like I think nostalgia is a hell of a drug, and we are all a bit addicted to it.
Yep,
and that's just putting it lightly. But I think putting new things in a line with classic things we all know and love is great to keep things fresh.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's great for kids that are jumping on as well.
Yeah.
No. So, like, because kids don't give a two craps about Buzz Off like we do.
Sure. Yeah.
So why not throw in some new characters or just some from 2000X versions like they're doing with Snake Armor and just the regular one, all that stuff. I think it's great. I think it's Frogmonger's another good example of like just new and I understand, yes, that's more of an exclusive probably for collectors. But if people are buying two, you never know. One person might be buying it for their collection, and someone might be buying it for their kid. We don't know. But I mean, I think it's all very cool what they're doing and how they're expanding the line.
Yeah, that's right. Toy Habits did have a picture of a custom on their Instagram. I'll pull that up real quick. But yeah, I think I totally agree. And even in some people's criticism, like, oh, well, they're getting to too many of the core characters too fast. So I was like, well, okay, well then let's throw in some deep cuts. Is it Toy?
I do want to point out Drifter Comics is calling me out saying I give 3 craps for Buzz Off. Dude, so do I. He's like he's also in my top 3. My top 3 being Cyclone, Buzz Off, and Stinkor.
Why do you have to offend the audience, though? Like, why do you have to be so aggressive?
Well, no, I just want to make sure people know I'm not hating on people's favorite. I'm not yucking anybody's yums. That's all.
Oh my god. Yeah, Toy Habits on their Instagram. This is a custom kind of mock recreation of what that could look like, and I'm here for it. I love purple. I love it. I love he's a hodgepodge So somebody said that in the chat, and I'm here for it. Darthurian just got Hodgepodge or Buzz Off on sale. Geek Strong 488 watching and 443 likes. Hit the like button, and Jay will smash his toys like the kid at Show and Tell.
Nice.
Oh my God! All right, Dole. Any other thoughts about these before we move on?
I think every figure and vehicle that they're coming out with is amazing, and it has to be. If you're a completist, or if these were your favorite characters growing up, this has to be so exciting.
Indeed. Matt Hatter reviews in the house. I'm late. John is looking a little more northern these days. As John couldn't be here tonight, and so it's
Matt Hatter and I are feuding.
Oh, what are you guys beefing over?
Just whatever comes around that day.
Oh my God! Listen, Hatter. We need to make that your idea that you wanted to do between you and I happen, because it would be so much fun. But anyways, in the future, hopefully. Yes, purple. I love purple. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Oh, huge feud in the making.
Yeah, massive.
Oh man, gonna be big. All right. Next up, this one kind of took me for a shock, Dole. I saw this on Toy News Insider. I gotta completely and readily admit, I'm not as in tune in the Funko Pop verse, but Funko Pop collectors, would you agree with this, Dole, are kind of like their own breed? Like, I think we all have some pops laying around somewhere, but like true
something from Funko. Or something from Funko, I think, in general.
Sure. Yeah.
Whether it be something from Loungefly, because they distribute that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all across the board. My whole thing with Funko is that I like to go visit the Funko headquarters in Everett. Right?
Well, it may not be there much longer because
it may not be. Let's see.
I guess YouTuber team Gassel Cass, which has a channel focused on World of Funko Pop. I think this was posted on Toys. I haven't watched these videos. I have read what Jay from Toy News Eye had to say. But these are some of the highlights of the claims. Okay. The entire Funko social media team was recently let go. All gone. People who were laid off from Funko in 2020 during the pandemic were not given any kind of severance packages.
Ooh.
But Brian Mariotti, who was at the founder or CEO, gave himself a $2 million bonus. Funko has let go a good portion of their artistic team recently. The arts department made a petition asking for safer working conditions and higher wages. Funko artists found out they're making roughly $10,000 to $20,000 less than the industry standard. And the safer working conditions was in regards to being forced to do mandatory overtime. And then Reese O'Brien, Sean Wilkinson, Benjamin Butcher no longer with the company after trying to stand up for the art department. And Scott Yesner brought in his interim CFO back in December. He's being paid $38,000 a week. That's a pretty good gig. $38,000.
That's a pretty sweet gig when no one else is getting paid, I guess.
So now, first, I want to say, in the corporate world, this is pretty typical. It's awful. It is terrible.
Yep.
There's nothing to say that this is awful. And being in tech myself, I was laid off a couple months ago, and it's been a bloodbath. So many friends have been laid off these past few months.
Right.
Friends at Google, like 12,000 people just got let go from Google, 10,000 from Microsoft. Like it's been a bloodbath. So this is not a unique thing in business right now. But I think what's interesting is, at least with Funko, they just bought Mondo.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Right.
And it was a move to kind of diversify their portfolio, which makes sense because they're, it's very pop heavy, right? And which, clearly maybe it's not doing as well, maybe not making as much money. But, that He-Man, we were all excited about it, but so many issues. And I had issues with mine. Thankfully mine didn't break, but I've got paint rubbing. It just doesn't feel like I got my money's worth. I'm almost to the point now, I'm just going to return the damn things. I don't think I'm going to buy any more.
Right.
But what does this mean for collectors if Funko goes down, brings down Mondo with it, which is a pretty popular brand with collectors?
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, what's your thoughts here? Like, if people are worried that Funko could go under.
Well, if you're worried that Funko's going to go under, I guess don't worry. Your Funkos weren't worth anything to begin with. However, but realistically, it sounds like they're either doing some heavy restructuring, and the staff that they still have on, they're getting worked to the bone, which is hence the mandatory overtime. I don't know what it's like to work in the States.
Yeah.
But in Canada, let's take my job, for instance. We're on crunch time to finish any movie. Doesn't matter what movie it is. And we always kind of put in quotations, mandatory overtime. Meaning, if you can work the overtime and you want the money, please, because we need to get this done. But I mean, people can turn it down and be like, I can't tonight. And we're like, okay. Right? There's not and I'm the type of person too. I never force my team to want to stay.
Yeah.
However, if you're working there and you have deadlines and stuff, myself included, you do feel that mandatory, you're inclined to work and work long hours and work your weekends and all that other kind of stuff. And I think I'm hoping that whoever's doing mandatory overtime is getting paid for that overtime.
Yeah.
Because that shouldn't make a difference, but that definitely helps. But at the same time, if they're already making such a low standard, such low money compared to industry standards too, that's another big thing of BS, which I'm surprised they're sticking around for. When you can see I get alert, as everyone does, we get 30 to 40 emails from LinkedIn a day. And a lot of mine are like, oh, Hasbro's hiring this, and they're always designers.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I understand it's not just easy to just dump your job and go somewhere else. At the same time, it's kind of like, maybe they should, just to kind of you can't. I understand they're probably not unionized. They can't just strike it.
Yeah. Yeah. Toy Anxiety has a good point here. If the leadership is toxic, the middle level management is probably awful. I feel bad for the folks working there.
Yeah.
Agreed. And yeah, I think, and there's this, and I did want to plus this in for Tony Taylor Toys. This has been at least just in casual collector conversations, like when we're at toy shows or wherever, and you see the big wall of pops. The prevailing comment to people that aren't into pops, this is what they'll say. It's just going to be like Beanie Babies. It's got to crash at some point. And I felt the same way at times. Is this the crash? Is this the Beanie Baby level crash for Funko Pops?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. This could be it.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know where this is all, where this news, do we know where this news is coming from? Or is this just publicly
former employees? So I think these are the employees that got fired, and they're kind of they're spilling the tea. So you got to take it with a grain of salt, right?
Sure. A little bit of grain of salt, but I think this should be taken. I hope somebody is taking this seriously.
Oh, they are, right? And I think the Funko Pop community, clearly, in the YouTube channel, stuff like that, are taking it seriously. But yeah, I think it's interesting. To me personally, if a company is going under, I feel for the employees of that company. I don't feel for the people giving themselves a $2 million bonus. You can go
absolutely not. Yeah, what a dick.
Screw you.
Yeah.
It sucks, and that's how these things run. All these companies laying people off, like Google, they have 12,000 people. They have money. They didn't have to lay them off. They just did it to appease, shareholders. That's just
just more people with money.
Yeah, exactly. It's the crappy byproduct of capitalism. There's great things about it, and then there's some really crappy things about it, and this is the bad side of things.
Right.
The good side of things is they make toys that we buy, which is not as good, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's what are office workers going to do for their white elephant? without Funko Pops. Like, what's gonna happen?
There's gonna be plenty of Funko. Like, you can find Beanie Babies for $1 still. Like, in just mountains of them. There'll be mountains of Funko Pops.
Oh.
Toy Anxiety, in his defense, it was actually $2 million in returned U2 Funko Pop box sets.
Oh my God, they're all over up here too.
Yeah. Watch Silicon Valley, you'll hate it all. Indeed. I always tell people that show I enjoy it, but it's not a comedy to me. Having worked in tech for a long time, that is how it is. It's so accurate. It's disgusting. But anyway, enough of down with toy.
We're going to start talking like Jeremy soon. It's going to be like, Google's going to be down in April.
No one's going to be searching. Bing, baby. We're riding that Bing wave.
Yeah. Hope you guys are ready to ask Jeeves a question.
It's not like Google doesn't own YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, right.
People often forget that. I was like, yeah, YouTube's owned by Google. So anyway, okay. Best Action has not always looked the best, but this wave, and I guess an overseas e-tailer listed 3 new 1/15 scale figures. Now again, these look rendery. They don't look in hand. So we got to take a grain of salt when it's a render.
Right.
But the
April's looking hot.
April's looking really good. And what was it? The Krang. The Krang looked really good. The Krang and Android bodysuit, like the video game one. So these again, and these are pretty cheap. These are like $18 $18.
Mm-hmm.
And like if they turn out, like if this April turns out 80% of the way there, this April looks great. Or at least I don't know if I like the open mouth expression one, but the other one looks pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's questionable. The other face, but you know what? Like, even still, if you're gonna have her, like, depending if you're gonna have her pose, like you're gonna do the open mouth thing, you could have her like peek around over someone's shell. You know what I mean? And be, yeah. I don't know. I think I don't know. This looks pretty awesome. And having the Channel 6 microphone is something I wish Playmates did.
Agreed. Greg name of the $5 super chat. Got a dash. We'll watch later. Love whenever Doel makes an appearance. Everyone watch Gotham City tonight for all your Grayson butt needs.
Oh, thank you.
That's your Stump John, right? It's just like
just butts
with his butt. Like, which issue is it from?
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, just whose butt is it? Like, oh, that's Spider-Man's. Which Spider-Man?
But I think this April looks great, and I'm a Casey Jones guy.
Okay, I think I know what mask this is.
Okay, I don't.
Okay, so this to me looks like this is a deep cut, and I don't know if Mirage did this mask, but I know that the Image Comics Ninja Turtle comics did this Casey Jones with the red and the spangly hockey mask.
Yeah.
He looks like something out of The Purge.
Yeah. A lot of people saying The Purge.
yeah, right. But it's that was from the Image Comics. There was a very short-lived Image Comics run, which is why we got those crossovers with like Savage Dragon in the toy line and all that kind of stuff. Oh, so like it is from Mirage as well. Okay. So I needed to get that clarified. But it was like, but I know I've seen this before, and it is a very deep cut. And again, I don't hate it.
Yeah, I like the red tank. Like, again, I'm trying to. His first appearance, he had a red tank top. Or was it the cover, the Raphael one shot?
Maybe.
Toy Sources, hello. TMNT Urban Legends number 6.
Awesome.
TMNT Urban Legends number 6. Oh, there you go. There's your. Wait, can you see it? Oh, wait, no, it's black.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There it is. They should make that RAF.
Yes, Please. Now this looks he looks a bit chunkier, muscular than this one, but still, it looks cool. Like I dig it. And then I do want to plus in Mad Hatter's comment here. I think it's absolutely apropos. Here we go. If that render doesn't pull a Super 7, I'm in.
It's crazy how we ripped on loyal subjects on a lot of things. For so long.
Years.
And it's going to be Casey and April that get us back. I would
like April O'Neil on the Super 7 TMNT line is one of its one of the I don't know, one that often gets said is one of the worst looking ones. I will say though, Michael Miller, I don't know if he's here, but at least on the Patreon Discord, he posted his pictures of the Simpsons Wave 1 from Super 7, and they looked pretty good.
Okay.
They looked pretty good. So, I don't have them in hand, or I'm not buying them. But I will say, I think they look pretty good.
That's awesome. Pictures. I would love to see, with all the stuff happening with Super 7 lately now too, and even Hasbro with like the D&D breaking hands and heads and torsos and stuff. I really hope that all these big companies can turn it around this year.
See TNT body count. So there you go. Even before that, predates.
Yep, Image Comics.
Yep. So there you go. You were right, though. Boom.
There it is. So this is great too. By the way, anyone who reads Turtle Comics and hasn't read the Image series, it is dark. It is weird. And really weird. Like, spoiler alert, issue 3, Splinter remutates into a bat. Like, we get weird. So check it out. The art's amazing, but like I said, it's dark, it's weird, it's not fun, but it's great.
It's a really interesting pitch.
If you like your turtles fun and eating pizza, this is not for you.
Oh God. But yeah, no, I'm gonna hold off judgment until you can see him in person. But I don't know. I feel like to your point, Doel, is Best Action having a glow up, and I think it might be. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's getting better.
Yeah, I hope so. I even like the basic Casey head. That mask looks awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agreed. But anyway, oh wait, nope, I hit another button I shouldn't have. There we go. Okay. Doel, any other news that you want to talk about before as I get your Stump Doel stuff set up here?
No, I think we covered it. Let's put me on the humiliation train.
This one is sent in by Dartherian, and I think he was trying to make it really tough for John.
Oh no! Why are you doing this for me then?
This is the one I have. Let me see if I have another one.
At least give me a theme song.
Yeah, no, I got you. I just want to make sure. I'm gonna see if there's if there's an easier one that maybe.
Dude, I am not John. There's no such thing as an easy one.
Okay, I don't think we've done this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we have. So this one's easier. Darth, I'm gonna save yours still because I feel like there's no way Doel would have gotten destroyed.
Don't act like I have a chance in this.
Listen, you have nowhere to go but up. Okay, just remember that.
Okay.
As you're telling me.
Oh, maybe I can stay a lateral low.
But before I get to that, a couple things got to say and share. First, hit the like button. Second, join Doel and I for GDL After Dark. This is a great topic idea by Doel for tonight's After Dark. Toy lines we refuse to collect. Should be an interesting topic, I feel like.
There's got to be someone. Everyone has one toy line they're just not going to touch.
Right? Yeah, and I gotta admit though, like I'm very much a person that I don't know, I like a lot of different things, like I'm pretty you know, there's things
You're
that
pretty open-minded when it comes to your toy collection.
I'm very open-minded. I'm open to anything, you know.
That's right.
I'm pan toyual or whatever. So I had a tough time trying to find like the things that I didn't that I would never collect.
Right.
So I think it should be a fun discussion later on tonight. I'm glad I made you laugh.
Yeah, you did good. you cracked me. It was good.
Oh my god! And then one last, I forgot to share this. Make sure I got the right thing here. So Entertainment Earth is a toy store that I think a lot of us use, an online toy store, and I've had an affiliate link with them for a while. People that use the Discord have used the affiliate link to help. You know, I think I don't know, like a 2% or 3% or something like that gets sent back to me. But I guess it's done well enough because Entertainment Earth reached out to have a vanity URL to use.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. So you can use the link ee.toys/geekdad, and then it'll be just like a normal Entertainment Earth, right? You won't even realize it.
And save that on your bookmarks. Bookmark that page.
Exactly. It's bookmarks. So if you shop at Entertainment Earth, I'll readily admit I'd probably shop more BBTS than Entertainment Earth, but BBTS hasn't given me an email, so Entertainment Earth will get the link first. But not only does it help this channel, myself, but you get some cool benefits as well. You will get 10% off any in-stock item.
So not on pre-orders.
Not on pre-orders, but if it's in stock, 10% off.
So that means, Jay,
yeah,
if I want to go and be like, hey, I'm going to go buy some Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Ultimate Series.
Yeah.
And I see a shredder there, and it's all of a sudden marked down to $24.99.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use that code and get an additional 10% off that discounted item?
It's not even a code. It automatically applies at checkout if you use the link ee.toys/geekdad. And that's not all. You also get free shipping, free domestic shipping on orders over $39. Now they currently have like a free ship 39 at check code, but again, it automatically applies it if you use this link. Free shipping, domestic shipping on orders over $39. ee.toys/geekdad. All right. Enough
That's
of that
amazing.
TED talk, but it's pretty cool. So
it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
I'm proud of you, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Crossways, be right back. Time to hit up EE for Motu Origins.
Yeah, you can skip this part.
Totally not skipping Blackpost. Doel had no idea. That was our.
Actually,
We're good improv partners. Yes, only in stock items though, not pre-orders, which that would make sense that it wouldn't be pre-orders, but maybe eventually do pre-orders too. I don't know.
Have you noticed something about pre-orders lately?
What?
They're showing up faster.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Like by a lot. Like I had stuff on pre-order and it was like, oh, don't worry about it. That's a May problem. Well, guess what? Turned out to be a last week problem.
It did.
So it's so heads up, folks. For anyone pre-ordering, I think business is picking up.
Yes.
Yeah.
People asked me in the chat. I put the link back up here, but I also put the link in the chat. ee.toys/geekdad. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Again, thanks to Entertainment Earth for doing that. I was just like, I don't know if I'm big enough to have something like this, but I will gladly take it.
Yes.
Every dollar counts when this is your only job. Okay, Doel.
Yes.
Are you ready?
No, but we're doing it anyways.
Just relax. You have nowhere to go but up. All you have to do is just get one right, and you will do better than you did last time.
Jesus. Okay, let's just do it. Let's just pull this Band-Aid off. Pull the duct tape off my face.
Now, again, Charlie Weaver made a nice animated version of Stump, John, but you're not John, so you don't get the nice
we have to save the animated. I can have the still.
Yeah, trust me. I got you, my friend. Don't worry. Here we go. It's that time again. It's time to stump Doel on whatever he does know about toy accessories. He's only done it once, and it was notoriously bad. So let's see how he does the second time in this segment we have to call Stump Doll. So everybody, everywhere, all around the world, it's time to do what? It's time to stump that doll. Dude, I've spent a lot of time on this.
Perfect. I love it. Remember when I had hair? Oh God.
Yeah, I was like, where can I find a picture of Dole? So I went to your Facebook, but you haven't like made a new picture on Facebook in like 75 years. So that was the best I could do.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Facebook's kind of gross.
Facebook is the worst. I don't blame you. Betting I was trying to. Okay. All right. Oh no, Overman Funko's graphic department made this. Awful. It's Riley Bob. Time to pay the Dole toll.
I'm gonna put that on my Tinder profile.
This graphic is A+ and it has the real Dole. Agreed. Yeah. Oh man. Dole's Tinder profile. What's your go-to picture? Do you do the whole picture with a dog?
I don't have a profile, but if I did,
okay.
It would be like, or maybe like, or something. Maybe a picture of a golden retriever.
I'd swipe. Is it right or left? Whatever the way is to say yes or whatever. That's what I would do.
Just start swiping.
$5 super chat from Jurassic Park Compound. Big fan of Jurassic Park Compound. Thank you for the super chat. $5. Finally caught a live stream. Love you guys. Jay, you rock. And Dole is my freaking spirit animal. Keep up the great work. Stay rad.
I actually go to the compound every now and again in spiritual form.
How does that go?
Buy a Jeep.
I saw the Ellie Statler with poo hands today at Target. And anyway, okay. Enough yammering. It's time for you to see if you can really handle yourself, okay?
I cannot, but let's do it.
All right, I gotta pull up the answer sheet real quick. Gotta move it around because of where is it? Is it this? Oh no, here we go. Okay. So the title of this is Pack in Pals. So hopefully that's a clue.
God, that's a terrible clue. But let's go.
And I'm pretty sure I haven't done this one. If I have, then again, you haven't done it. So here we go. First one.
That is Diamond Select. I feel like that's like a mini mate that came with like a Ghostbuster set.
Nope.
It's not. It looks familiar though. I'm just trying to. So it's not a mini mate. Is it Men in Black?
It's not Men in Black, but it does have kind of a Men in Black vibe to it.
All right. Okay. It looks. Like, is this? Are we talking like mid-late 90s?
No, I would say this is fairly modern. I think
it is. Hey, it's not Diamond Select.
It's not Diamond Select, but it kind of rhymes with that.
That doesn't help me at all. I'm terrible at rhyming.
Well,
if I was good at rhyming, I would have
People have gotten it in the chat.
I have. Someone's booger. Yeah, it looks like someone's booger. I keep I don't know. I just see Men in Black. I just I'm trying to think of like things like Men in Black that this could have came with.
Well, let's move on. Maybe come back to it.
It's a companion ghost. Well, that's Zipper from
Zipper.
Is it the Funko one?
Yes, it is Funko. Zipper.
Like Funko's the only ones that have done Rescue Ranger toys. Yes. So I'm like, it has to be that. Okay.
You did it. Hold on. Oh my God. You're on the board.
Okay. Oh man. I feel like that's from like a video game.
It's not. It's a famous accessory to like a dead line, but then like somebody brought back just making these little guys.
What? But yeah, it looks familiar. Again, that like the other, like that little transparent dude. That's good. Oh man. Okay. Hang on. Go back to the little yellow.
Okay. All right. Back to the yellow dude.
And this isn't from Extreme Ghostbusters. This is still fairly modern.
I feel like, given your pedigree, you're gonna kick yourself if I tell you the answer and you didn't get it.
Right. But it's like, again, I feel like it looks so I know I've seen this before. But I just feel like I've seen it in a bin at a toy show.
Okay.
I don't know what it goes with, which is why I'm just randomly guessing things.
Okay.
It's gonna bug me.
But this guy, any idea? If you don't know, it's gonna be hard. It's like either you immediately know it or you won't get it.
Yeah, he looks familiar, but I keep thinking of like a video game, or he looks like something that would be like on a cereal box.
It is a mortal, a blue or at least the mortals. They're these like little things that the gravel guts or whatever with rock bugs and things.
I would have never gotten that. I've never even heard of that until
it was like a deep cut line for sure.
Bet you John would have got it.
Ooh, a $10 super chat extendar. Making me blush. I'm late, but I plan to watch this afterwards. Thank you, extender.
Oh, very nice.
But yeah. Okay. Zipper. Oh, I'm going backwards. Sorry.
Oh, there's one more?
There's two more.
What? Okay. So that's a rabbit. Is that something that would come with like McFarlane?
Maybe. I think this is the McFarlane one. Yeah.
Is it like from like Twisted Tales, Alice in Wonderland?
It's Alice in Wonderland Grim Fairy Tales. Is that the twist? Is that
so that was a okay.
I spoil it.
You think you might?
I'm gonna give you half. You were close.
Okay.
Close enough.
Right. Okay. Okay.
All right. You're 1.5.
Oh, I don't know what that is at all. I know that it's a rat.
It is a rat.
Just to be clear, I know it's a rat. I've never seen that rat before. So let me just toss out some cartoony line. Is this modern?
Yes.
Yeah, because it looks fairly modern.
Yeah.
Is it from NECA line?
Nope.
What about a Super 7 line?
No, it's kind of like below the NECA Super 7 tier, but it's still a known toy company currently.
Okay, so nothing like Boss Fight Studios?
Yes, it is Boss Fight Studios.
Okay. Trying to think of what they've all had. Is this not from Popeye?
No.
It's not. Hang on. Trying to think of what they've all had.
People have gotten it in the chat. They've gotten it pretty
quickly. Of course, the chat always gets it. Okay, it's I'm not worried about the chat. Okay, Boss Fight Studios. Hang on. Let me just try to like think this one out for a second. I'm going to talk out loud while I think it through. So it's not Popeye. I'm trying to think of what all Boss Fight Studio has. All I can think is like there's stuff that's coming out. I can't remember what they had.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so tough. Okay, yeah, I'm done. I can't.
I'll give you a 0.5. You got Boss Fight, but it's Sam and Max.
Right. Look at those eyes. Of course it's Sam and Max. Son of a bitch. Okay. Right. Okay, let's go to the yellow one. Let's just tear the Band-Aid off.
This is it. Can you currently, I think, have 2 out of 5. So if you get this, you will have won Stump Doll. If you don't, if you get a halvesy, you would break even and you won't lose. If you don't get it all, you lose.
So it's not Mini Mates.
It's not Mini Mates, no.
It's not. For some reason, my head just goes, it's Men in Black, dude. And just like, shut up, brain.
It's not Men in Black.
Is it Evolution?
Nope. Oh, man.
God dang it, man. This is like.
You're not even close.
I'm not. Okay, let's just do it. Let's
give up? Just make a guess. Final guess.
Trying to think of a modern toy line that would have this. What's that?
Even I feel like there's a bit of a clue like on his person.
But it's not Ghostbusters. It's hang on. Oh God, yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. This is one of like the freaking minions from the Orange Lantern.
Yes.
DC Direct.
Yes. Okay. Can you name the Orange Lantern?
Oh, I just know him as like the dirty Muppet that's left in the rain. Orange Lantern of Greed. Why can't I remember his name? It's been so long since I've read that. It's been like over 10 years. I can't remember his name, but I know what he looks like. He looks like a dirty Muppet.
I'm going to give you a half. It is Larfleeze with Glomulus.
Correct.
DC
See, it's like, it was like, here we go. Okay. God dang it.
Hey, you broke even. You did so much better than last time.
So much better. But you're right. If I didn't start just guessing on that orange one, I would have really kicked myself because it was just like,
It's right.
Yeah,
it's right there.
It's Larfleeze. I just couldn't remember the name. I can't remember. Like, I have for some reason all those like the Skittles that we had of lanterns. I have trouble remembering all their names now. Every one of them. I'm just like, I can picture them all.
Yeah.
I used to be able to name like the elephant dude. Like all of them.
Listen, people are saying either, except for Happy Butters Blast, who said hashtag Riggs.
Oh.
But Giraffe is here for it. Oh, Canada, my home and native land.
Thank you for all who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
Taste the lanterns. Seriously though, Doel, you did great. Indeed, I agree. All right, everybody. That is it for this episode of Toy Geeks International, but the party's not stopping for anybody who's a patron. Go to patreon.com/geek. Oh, Geek Dad Live.
Come on. Come on.
Come
on. Pay $5. Have a drink with old Dolsky.
I do want to thank all of the patrons of the Geek Dad Life channel. I'm going to put a list of y'all right now. It's the fresh list.
Can you pause it when my name shows up? Can you do that? There's Doel.
Where? Did I miss it?
No, just.
Oh, okay. You still want to stop?
I think I'm near the bottom. I'm a bottom.
No, you should be middle at this point.
Oh, maybe. There I am.
Right. That's you.
That's me. I'm a patron. Why are you?
Coming out of this in After Dark, we're going to be talking about the toy lines we refuse to collect.
There's a lot.
Doel's, if you think Doel sober is out of control, just wait till he's had a few.
I can't have a few. I still work more. Some of us still work, Jay.
What's that like?
It's overrated. Don't do it. Keep doing what you're doing. Colleen's doing great. Doing a great job, Colleen.
Oh my God. All right, everybody, take care. Even if you don't want to come back, that's fine. But if you are, we'll see you over there. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye. Have a great night, everybody.